Feels good to be back in front of the camera, back in front of the bright lights. Nothing has changed for you guys here. I've been uploading every day, but actually I just got back from a week of vacation. So it's been like 7 or 8 full days of not recording a single thing. That always kind of throws me off because I'm used to recording multiple times every single day. But I gotta say, as much as I enjoyed my time off, I'm ready to be back into it. And so I figured let's go ahead and start this one off and get back into the flow and talk about some fragrances that just make you smell like a boss. They're really great summertime scents that are uplifting and bright, but they're also going to be luxurious, more expensive and high-end smelling scents. Things that just kind of separate you a little bit from the ordinary. I love the ordinary. I talk about designer fragrances on this channel primarily, right? I'll throw in a niche scent every so often in a list, and I'll do, you know, the seasonal top 10, summer niche, winter niche, whatever. But for the most part, I keep it designer level here. That's because I like saving money for myself, and I also like for you guys to save money. But in this instance here, I want to go over some niche fragrances that are great for summertime that set you apart. And I also want to announce that there's a big sale going on. If you hit the links down below, you can get a lot of these for incredible discounts. We're talking up to close to 50% off retail price on some of these here. And as we go through them, I'll mention the prices that they fall at during the sale and all of that good stuff. So if you've been wanting to get some niche and you've been waiting for a good time to get it for a sale or something, now is the time. Like right now, this sale here is great. We're talking some of the best prices I've personally ever seen on a lot of these brands here, which is pretty remarkable. So I will link these down below. I'll also link the landing page to where you can view all of the other fragrances going on in this sale that I don't talk about here. I believe this sale is going to end in a week or two, so just because there's a little bit of time doesn't mean these aren't going to sell out. I would try to jump on these now as soon as you can. We're going to kick it off with Rochas Oceania. So this one here I picked up as soon as it was released. They didn't even send it out to me for free. Rochas is usually pretty good about that. I bought it before they even hit me up to send it to me because I was pumped. I get pumped every time the brand releases something, and so a lot of times I just pick it up on my own. Currently for this sale, it's going for $336, full presentation, all of that good stuff, 100 mil. Retail, you're looking at $380 plus tax. Basically, you're going to be close to $400 out the door, shipping, tax, maybe a little bit over that if you were to buy it at retail price. So we're talking some big savings here. Orange, lavender, bergamot, lemon. There's so many notes. That doesn't even scratch the surface. It's your typical note breakdown from Rochas Parfums, right? They always have huge, huge compositions. But this is just so refreshing and bright. Love the atomizers on these too. And it's a scent that puts me in my happy place. I love that kind of sweet citrus opening, very vibrant, but then it also has this classiness and this masculine touch that a lot of Rochas fragrances do have. There's nothing childish or immature or anything about this, and while you may think of just fun, bright, and playful when you hear a note breakdown like that, and this is, you know, fun, bright, and kind of playful, it doesn't have an immature smell, quite the opposite. It still manages to have this kind of upscale and refined quality to it, which I think is really remarkable. Next up, we have Mancera Sicily. So currently for this sale, it's going for $79 for a 120 ml full presentation like this, which is just insane. A lot of times these are typically going for right around $100 for the same configuration here, and they retail for $180. But I mean, very rarely are you going to be able to get it for less than 80 bucks. Orange, peach, grapefruit, bergamot, so many other citruses, and a good amount of musk is all that's going on in this one here. Very, very citrus heavy, as you would imagine. Now, the peach and some of the other components and some of the florals give this maybe a little bit of potentially unisex, or some may even say a feminine smell to it, and I definitely see where you're coming from there. Actually, my girlfriend really enjoys to wear this one, but I also enjoy to wear it, and it's one of those things where when she's wearing it on herself, it smells great, and it smells different than when I'm wearing it. So it's just one of those weird deals where it just works on whoever likes it, really. If you like citrus and you want something that is beast mode, very, very strong, and just is kind of unique and not your typical summer citrus scent. Check out Sicily. This has been a favorite of mine for a good amount of time. You can go back and look on the channel. Definitely had this bottle for a while, and I'm just a really big fan of this one all around. Next up, let's go over to Xerjoff, and this one is going to be Herbapura. So at one point, this was from their other brand. What was it even? I've thought about this before. I ended up remembering it, but then I forgot. They had two brands going on, and then they just kind of merged over to now it's just Xerjoff. The scent stayed the same, but you know, it's their Xerjoff packaging here with this one. Fruity notes, orange, lemon, and vanilla are some of the main notes. So this may not sound like your typical summer scent with that vanilla in there and that sort of thing. And there is a good amount of sweetness going on, but it still is more summertime than wintertime. I mean, why would you want to wear a fruit bomb in the wintertime? I guess you could, there's nothing wrong with that. But when I think winter fragrance, I think tobacco and oud and you know, ambers and vanilla, but not a bunch of fruits and citrus and all that stuff. This one's still very, very bright, and it has this kind of summertime relaxing smell to it. It's also very strong. So, you know, you got to be careful. This is a 100 ml bottle that you can get for $164 for this sale going on right now. And that's just pretty crazy. 100 ml, $164. A lot of the Xerjoffs will be going for that price for 50 ml. So you're really, when you do the math on it, price per milliliter wise, it comes out to a great price, especially when you factor in the performance, the quality, and even the uniqueness. Really, really nice one here. I'm going to bounce back over to Rochas Parfums. Going to start to wind this down already. I'm only going over 5. We have Rochas Parfums Vetiver, and this is going to be the Parfum Cologne line. So you can get this one for $239 currently, and again, we're talking full presentation, this bottle size, you know, it's an eau de parfum, Parfum Cologne, and these retail for $290, and again, plus shipping tax, you know, a little over $300 by the time you're out the door. So another deal where you're just saving a good substantial amount of money, and to get this one for less than $250 to me is an absolute no-brainer. So of course you're going to have vetiver and kind of a supplemental cedar note. There's lemon, there's bergamot. This is another deal where there are a ton of notes going on as per usual from Rochas. But just think of a super classy vetiver scent that's very clean, very work friendly, just very wearable, super, super versatile. If I had to put a season on this, it would be summer or early spring, right? It could work in winter, it could work in fall, it could work literally any time. But it still has this uplifting brightness to it that I just really admire, and I like to wear this one when it's warm outside. It's just something that's classy and upscale. If you're going out to a dinner or something, or dressing up and you want to smell professional in the summertime, this is one that you should definitely have on your radar. And we'll actually end this one with a Xerjoff. It's going to be Mephisto. So we've got iris, grapefruit, bergamot, and lavender. This one has a similarity to Creed Silver Mountain Water, although it doesn't have, you know, that super strong kind of somewhat inky smell that people talk about. It's just so bright and citrus forward with a little bit of a sweetness. I like the iris in here. I think it's a nice twist, and that's kind of where that sweetness is coming from. It's silky smooth, it's kind of creamy, and also very cooling and refreshing. You know, Silver Mountain Water is using tea heavily to give it that cooling, refreshing smell, and you kind of pick up on a similar feeling to this one. It's just one that's kind of like a breath of fresh air, because you got to think in summertime it's going to be hot, muggy, humid, all of that stuff, especially moving into August like we're getting close to. And so when you walk outside, you know, you're hit with all that heat and all the humidity and that sort of thing. But when you smell Mephisto, when you have this on, it's just something that kind of makes you feel good, right? It's a breath of fresh air. It cools you down. It puts you in a better mood. It's just very refreshing, and that's what I like about this. And that was kind of my goal going into this video, choosing stuff that was going to be refreshing, but at the same time still set you apart from all of the other summer fragrances out there. And these all just have kind of an upscale, classy smell to them, which is what I was after. For this sale, this is going for $149 for 100 ml. Again, we're talking a really good deal here on a Xerjoff. Alrighty guys, that's going to do it for me. 5 fragrances that just make you smell great in the summertime, make you smell just high-end and luxurious, you know. It's easy to do something like this for wintertime because you get into the strong tobaccos and ouds and vanillas and you know, super heavy woody scents and that sort of thing, and it's a lot easier to pull off. But in the summertime, when you're talking about mostly bright citrus and aquatics, it's hard to really find something with a lot of impact to convey the message that I'm trying to in this video, but these do it for me. Again, make sure you hit the links down below to shop this sale. These aren't going to be around for very long. They're going to sell out well before the sale actually ends, so make sure you jump on that. That's going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.